This is Rockin' Rob and Big Russ, and this is our interview with Rich Sirgiovanni, creator and executive producer of the Grimps.
What was your inspiration for this show? Because we've been checking it out online. It looks like it's going to be great.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've been a musician and a cartoonist and writer for many years, and a couple of years ago I wanted to work on a new project or started to develop something, and after doing all different types of artwork and playing in music and bands and clubs, I decided to try to take these, two passions of mine, things that I enjoyed the most, and try to combine them. So I came up with this concept that would be developed into a animated TV show about this group that is called the Grimps, and I wanted to make them a musical group as well as having a kind of a magical and mystical storyline to it for kids. So when I decided to do that, I started to develop this idea, and basically came up with this idea of the Grimps that's going to be a pop rock group, but in the daytime they turn back into these ugly little creatures from a curse that was placed on them from 500 years ago, which is part of the storyline, and that's how I got started.
That's awesome. I have a quick one for you now. Ready?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character of all the ones that you've done with the show? Because we've been checking it out.
My favorite character?
Yeah, your favorite character.
I like them all, of course, but the character Winston, who's one of the Grimps himself, is one of my favorites because he's, I kind of based his personality off of John Lennon, that was somebody that I admired very much, and a lot of the characters in the show are kind of subtle references to people in music history, and John Lennon to me was just one of these, most honest and cutting and sarcastic type of people that ever existed, and so we have a lot of fun in the writing of Winston's character and his personality and how he relates to other people.
Awesome.
I have a question. Which one is you?
I'm none of them.
Really? Like none of them? I mean, just when you were designing them, did you kind of like put yourself into one of them, or no? Not at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. Actually, I remembered the story that one of the inspirations when I developed it is I remembered the story of how the TV show The Monkees was created 45 some odd years ago, and that was basically a spin-off and a spoof on the success of the Beatles back in the mid-'60s, and I loved the idea that they created, they made it about a musical group, but what they ended up doing is creating a music sensation in itself. And I wanted to take on that same type of approach with the Grimps as a kids' animated show. But when I started to develop the characters, I started to develop their personalities. I started actually pulling personalities that were, as I mentioned a moment ago, subtle personality traits from, rock stars from the past who I thought were the best, and try to turn them into these characters. So none of these personalities are mine. And the character, our drummer, Mooney, who the name again, from the history of rock and roll, was taken based on Keith Moon, the drummer of The Who, the original drummer of The Who, who was basically just a wild man drummer, and I based his personality on part of Keith Moon's wild personality, but of course this is for kids, so we kept it the fun and the clean version. So I would do that with all my characters, besides even, the Grimps themselves, characters like that, by pulling personality traits that I thought would also be good characters to be able to continue writing episodes on going forward. But no, none of them are me. None of them are me. I guess all of it is me, a little bit here and there, because I put it together. But I did it out of a fantasy approach of what would be fun to, as far as characters and how they relate to each other, and being musicians and how they relate in storylines.
Great. Hey, I have another one for you. Here we go. This is Russ again. Hi. According to the music, are you working with anyone with the music, or are you composing all the music yourself?
Well, our first song, the theme song, called We're the Grimps, was actually written for me by a gentleman by the name of Ron Dante. And Ron Dante actually, there's another connection here to cartoons. There was a group called the Archies, and in 1969, the #1 hit in the country was a song called Sugar Sugar, which Ron Dante had done. And I worked with Ron Dante to write this song for me, and we recorded the Grimps, the song called We're the Grimps. And what we're currently doing is we're working with a lot of different songwriters that are submitting songs, and we're working in the studio with a studio band that'll be producing the actual music, besides the different singers that'll be the singing voices of the Grimps. We have, right now, we're working with Jack Douglas and John Boylan as doing the producing responsibilities in the studio. And Jack Douglas is currently works with Aerosmith. He's done pretty much almost all the Aerosmith albums over the years. Cheap Trick, John Lennon. The list is endless. And John Boylan, who worked on Boston and the Eagles and Linda Ronstadt. So we're kind of making a collaborative team effort, but I'm definitely involved in the creation of the sound, and I'm doing some work in the studio myself. As I said, I was a musician and a singer, so I'm kind of having fun with that too. But maybe I'll be writing in the future, but at the moment we're working with a lot of different songwriters.
Very good. I was wondering, when will we be able to get a glimpse of the Grimps? When are we going to go out, and where will we get to find them once they come out?
Right now, it was a good question. Right now we're actually finishing up writing the pilot episode. We're hopefully be going in production in the next month or so. I've been back and forth to California talking to different animation studios and how it works and who I'd be working with. We're going to go into production and produce an actual finished pilot. And at that point, we're going to go to see where we can find a home for it. We've put out feelers and teasers, I should say, out there in the industries with different networks. We're getting some, nice response, but we want to finish this finished pilot and then see really what is going to be available to us. So I'm hoping within, the next, realistically, 3 to 6 months, we will surface with the Grimps and be able to have actually some sort of a distribution deal so that the public can finally, see it and see the storyline and see it roll out.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Thank you.
I have another one too for you. Sorry, I'm going to keep coming back at you here a little bit. I was wondering, where can they find you now to get more information? Do we have a website that we send them to?
Yeah, absolutely. We can find our website is www.thegrimps.com. Website features our theme song called We're the Grimps that I mentioned before. And also you can find us on Facebook, at the Grimps, and also on Twitter at the Grimps. And we really use that for all our updates leading into hopefully an announcement in the near future about a distribution deal and be able to, start the series, as well as all the other things that we're doing. We're going into the studio soon to finish, to record some more songs, develop the sound of the band. One or two of these other songs will be included in the pilot episode, but we're working on additional songs as the first LP. So all the website and the Facebook especially going to show all those updates as we move along.
Sounds great. Sounds great. I just want to thank you very much for giving us a call and giving us the opportunity to talk to you and get a little bit of information about the Grimps out there to our fans.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for having us. I think that people will enjoy it. The show is meant for children 7 to 12 years old, but the reaction we're getting with this is really going to reach the grandparents and the parents, and we hope it to be like, a 3-generation type of show that people are going to enjoy. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and we wish you the best of luck, and we will be looking for the Grimps out there, hopefully soon.
Thank you. Well, I'll definitely touch base and let you know what progress we're having, and maybe I can come back and give you some updates soon when we're ready to launch it.
Oh, we would love that here at Crunch Radio.
Thank you.
And we thank you for your time. And we're gonna say goodbye to you with your song, if you don't mind.
Great, I love it. Enjoy it. We're the Grimps.
We're the Grimps. Here we go.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're back.
Hey, thank you. That was Rich Sirgiovanni, creator and executive producer of the Grimps. We had a great time talking to him. We just got done a song, We Are the Grimps, which was very nice. We want to thank him for calling in. And we want to thank you all for listening. This is, as always, sponsored by For Your Health Medical Supply, foryourhealthmedical@yahoo.com. All new artists, sponsored by For Your Health Medical.
That's the truth.
570-223-4191.